a lot of different perspectives on mental health, but I've gone through it, and one of the best metaphors I've ever heard about what I experienced was the caterpillar and the butterfly. Now, it's not just the traditional story that you might have heard, but imagine there's a whole village of caterpillars, and suddenly one of them goes off and he builds a chrysalis, and let's call him Jimmy. So suddenly, the rest of the caterpillars, they're terrified. Something happened to Jimmy, and let's just pretend for the moment they don't know what. And so there starts to become this fear-based societal rule in the caterpillar village that says, anyone who's kind of inclined to go do whatever Jimmy did, don't do it, because they didn't know what it was. Well, they wake up one day, and the chrysalis is open, and Jimmy's gone. So there's this fear that he's dead or disappeared. It's just, again, the fear of this unknown. But a couple of the caterpillars, they see that something beautiful might have happened. And when they do, they start to push and push, but there's this push and pull of, do I go and build my chrysalis, or do I listen to some of the fear? And it's this love of the natural state of the caterpillar versus the fear of, oh my gosh, what will people think, or what if? All these anticipations that may never happen. What occurred for me was the transformation. I stepped into that world with the butterflies, and I realized, wait a minute, I want that. And I started to chase it. Now in my process, I would say chasing it wasn't the healthiest thing, but as an outgrowth of it, I've discovered how to support someone who wants to go down that path, who is at that point of transformation, and to support them in a very loving way, such that they can go through it, become that butterfly. And here's the magic. When someone goes through their transformation, the metaphorical butterfly story, they start to meet other butterflies. And what do they want to do? Explore, discover. It's this wide open universe that opens up to the butterfly that the caterpillar could have never known, because they couldn't see the lakes and the animals and all the different trees and flowers. It's the same thing with our human transformation. We have an opportunity to support people in moving into states of health and well-being beyond what today's world necessarily recognizes. Some do, and some don't. But I see a world where all people can very healthfully transition from the caterpillar stage to the butterfly stage, and their true heart's desire can come out, and they can float around with others. Some of us, we want to go tell the rest of the caterpillars, like, hey, there's this path. There's a path for you, unique for you. So there's not a prescription to say, let's do this, 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 and this, and then that'll work for you. It's more of a releasing of the fear and a stepping into that which we innately know. A caterpillar village, of course, would never experience this. The caterpillars know how to build a chrysalis, and they probably innately have a belief that that's a good thing, otherwise they wouldn't do it. It's the same thing with someone who's trying to humanly transform. So let's celebrate life together, let's grow together, let's come together and do what's optimal for people.